Greetings, everyone. Dr. Ikena Finch is here. Welcome to the Social Power Summit speaker interview series. Today we are having promotion panelist Roshanda Pratt. I am so excited about having Roshanda. We've been knowing each other for quite some time. We finally get to see each other in person in September, and I just know that it's going to be great. So, hello, Miss S. Monique. How you doing, girl? Hello, Miss Ashley Beverly. Yes, come on in the room. So, if y'all are interested in media and camera presence and all that good stuff, then this is the one you need to be on, because, oh my goodness, Roshanda is a boss at that. And you know, we're not just bringing anybody to y'all. We're bringing y'all bosses, right? Because y'all know I'm all about that, right? All about the boss game. So we're just sharing this out while we're waiting on Roshanda to pop on in. And then, okay. Yes. So, and if you have anybody that you want to share this out with, please do. Because, you know, we want everybody to see this great information. Hello, Miss CJ. How are you today? Come on in the room. Hello. Ah, there she is. Hello, Tiffany. How are you? We are getting ready to bring her in the room, honey. Yes. Here she comes. Y'all, mwah, darling, mwah. Yes, I know y'all are like, what? What are these women doing? Yes. I am so excited to finally have you on the call together. I mean, this is awesome. Okay.
This is so exciting, Dr. Finch. Can I just say this? Hi to everybody who's watching live. I've got to tell this story. Dr. Finch, I count it such an honor and a privilege to be here on your platform and to be a part of tonight's discussion. Seriously, I have appropriately stalked you. Notice I said appropriately. Appropriately stalked you since Periscope days, sweetheart. Yes. That's how long I've been following you. So you are a dynamic person. You're definitely someone to watch and learn from when it comes to social media. So I'm so glad to be here with you, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Same here. I love your style, you know. And believe it or not, we were actually born on the same year. So we had all those milestones and everything. Yes. I know, right? And so I was like, oh my goodness. So when you were going through all of that, then a couple months later, I did all that. I was like, I said, so I'm loving, you know, Roshanda. And then, you know, of course, we all went through Baby Show, you know, with you. And
it was a village.
Yes. And Baby Show is awesome. She is.
Thank you.
I mean, she's just so adorable.
Thank you so much.
And so, you know, when I was thinking about speakers and then you reached out and I said, what? What do you mean? Of course, because you on my list. And before I could even reach out to you, I said, we just must have been thinking. You know, I was just like, we had to do something together. It was time. It was definitely time. And so with that being said, I brought you on the promotion panel because, I mean, first of all, you're killing the game on CBS. You did that. You just did that. And then now you're bringing all of that expertise out here to live streaming, and you're teaching people about their camera presence, about how to get pitched, how to do media, how to do it appropriately, because, you know, once they get it, then they go on there and act a fool. You know, you're teaching them how to do it appropriately. And I mean, so it was no other person I was going to have to talk about that piece but Roshanda Pratt.
Thank you so much. You know, I tell people all the time that, you know, nothing with God is wasted. And those 20 years that I've worked behind the camera, I mean, seriously, as a television news producer, there's a couple of things that you learn that just become almost a part of your DNA. You learn how to create content. You learn how to tell really great stories. You learn what works on camera and what doesn't work, because you've seen people either do it well or not so well.
Right.
And you also learn the power of owning your own voice. And what does that look like? You know, a great producer, if you talk to a television news producer, one of the things they'll tell you, a great producer understands the voice of their anchor.
Exactly.
Listen to this. This is going to be a serious nugget. I'm dropping already.
Okay,
so
drop
what does
it.
that mean? What does that look like? That means that when I work with an anchor over a period of time, in my mind, I start to develop their voice. That means that there's certain words I know that this anchor will say or not say. Or I start to write my script in the way I know that they'll speak it, in their tone, in their voice, that it almost feels like, wow, this is exactly how they would read it. What does that mean for live video? That means you have to understand the tone and the voice of your audience. That when they see you on here telling your story, when they see you on here pitching a product, you know, building that know, like, and trust factor, they're like, oh my gosh, Dr. Finch is speaking my story. It's like she's in my diary. It's like she's in my head. That's what you want to happen.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know, a lot of people just think that they come on here and talk about Boo Boo and Nunu and them and do all of that, and that's going to get them some views. No, the people need to relate to you, relate to your struggle. They need to see themselves in that same space in order for you to build that know, like, and trust factor. I talk about that all the time. You talk about that all the time. People don't understand. You know, if they don't feel some kind of connection with you, they are not going to watch you. They're going to keep scrolling.
That's right. You got to give them a reason to stop, watch, and listen. And one of the greatest ways is permission. You know, you may talk about Nunu, Jim Bob, and all of them, and you may get some views. You may get some views, Dr. Finch, but you ready for this? You're not going to get the right views.
Come on.
You get the right people who you want to really connect with, that you want to build a relationship, a tribe with. So one of the things that you have to do is that you have to really be intentional about understanding the people that you talk to. We learned this for years working in television, in the television news arena. What is it that our audience wants to hear? What is it that causes them to perk up? What is it that gets them upset? What is it that makes them stop? What is it? You have to understand the demographic and the people that you're speaking to. When you understand that, they'll always tune in.
Exactly. And you know, that takes research. That means you actually have to care about your people. They cannot just be a number.
Exactly. That's so true, Dr. Finch. You know, it cannot be just a number. We look at the numbers, we examine the numbers, how many people watch, you know, how long did they watch? We look at all those things, but you have to dig deeper into that and really understand them. So that way they're saying, when I come to watch Dr. Finch, when I come and watch the Roche Show live, I'm coming because I know they're going to provide valuable information that's going to transform. See, there's 4 types of videos, 4 types of ways that, you know, there's education, there's empowerment, there's entertainment, and there's explaining, right? Those are the 4 types of videos, things that you can do. So you really want to come on this platform and take those 4 things, right? And figure out, how can I connect that to the people that I'm called to serve, the people that I'm called to impact. Listen, this is not just getting on Facebook Live to talk about your lunch and your breakfast. That's great. But if you're going to talk to me about your breakfast, you better make it a teaching lesson that applies to me. That is of the utmost, and that's so important. You have to understand the impact of this thing. If you don't understand it, you'll abuse it every single time.
Exactly. And people, see, that's a knack that you end up getting. You know, that's a skill that you start obtaining. But, you know, one thing that you don't, and I've noticed that both of them have this. We'll get on there and we'll say, hello, Miss Brown. Hello, Miss Barnes. How you doing? I see you up there, CJ. Hi, Danica Worthy. You know, we do that. And we'll remember these people because they are loyal followers. They'll appreciate that, and then they'll keep coming in. And then they'll expect that. You can't flip the game. You know, if you start out caring, you need to keep caring. You
I
know,
love that. That is so good. If you start off caring, you have to keep caring. Listen, everybody wants to be a part of a tribe, a movement. They want to feel a part of a community. They want to feel a part of a group. What better way than saying, hey, Dime Parker, hey, Kenya, thank you so much for being here. Or saying, hey, you know, such and such, I hadn't seen you in a long time. So glad that you're checking in. That means I know my people. And when you do that, it's amazing how many people, you know, you talked about earlier, Baby Show, who's 8 months now. I can't believe that's happening. 8 months. And I think about 8 months ago, when we first announced that we were pregnant and everybody who went on this journey with us, I mean, I had people inbox me, Dr. Finch, saying things like, Roshanda, thank you so much for including us a part of this journey. We feel like, you know, we're internet aunties, that this is our baby as well. People sent gifts, they sent well wishes, they sent prayers when they found out that we were in labor. Here's the thing. It's not because of, you know, my baby is special, but they felt a part of the process. You ready for this? They felt a part of my life.
Yes.
And do you know that's the beauty of social media? We get an opportunity to have people be a part of our world.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be a tool to disconnect us. I believe it can be a tool to connect us.
I agree totally. I mean, the first time that that happened to me, you know, it was kind of like, oh my God, Dr. Finch, how you doing? Oh my goodness, you know, I'm so glad you're here. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then I was like, what's your handle? And then she told me, I was like, yes. Because, you know, we knew everybody from our Periscope handles.
Yes.
And it was like, and then I told her everything. She's like, you told them everything about it. And I realized, okay, I need to do a little bit better because I need to actually know their names instead of their handles. But we talk to everybody in our handles. And so I was like, I said, I apologize, I don't know your name, but when you said your handle, I knew exactly who you were. I knew how long you've been watching me, all of that. And that's very important because it's not about the number. It's about the person who is supporting you. They are being part of your life. You know, I was on a live stream the other day and a lady told me, she's like, I've been watching you for 2 or 3 years now. I've watched your ups and your downs. And you know what? When I was in the middle of cancer and I watched you and that made me get up. And and that was priceless.
That's so, impact.
When I didn't feel like getting up, I watched you and I knew I had to keep going. And
I love it.
That's priceless. Do you understand? That is the kind of relationships that you can build on social media. Yes, a lot of people out there doing that buy my stuff thing, but that is not what I'm talking about. I'm trying to be here to empower, uplift, educate, you know, do a little entertaining because I'm a little humorous.
Yes.
But, you know, that connection right there. That is what we're looking for. That's what you want. That's going to be the long-lasting person that's going to stay with you. So tell me, you know, because this is getting great. And everybody is responding and they're all into what we're saying.
Hi, everybody.
You know, it's like, tell me when you first decided that this was the way you wanted to go to help people live stream.
You know, it started with Periscope. So, you may not know my story, but I work part-time still at a CBS affiliate here in Columbia, South Carolina. And Periscope came out. I remember we were watching CBS this morning and they were talking about Meerkat and Periscope. Remember that, Dr. Finch?
Yes.
They were both live streaming platforms. Periscope came and knocked Meerkat out the water.
Killed them.
But we were watching this and they were talking about it. And it was much like when the internet started in like 1996, I think it was. And you were like, oh, there's this thing called the WWW World Wide Web, and it's supposed to connect us. And all of us were like trying to figure this thing out.
Right.
When I saw that on the morning show and they were talking about it, I said to myself, this is going to be a game changer. Think about it. You have the opportunity to be international with just your phone. Yes. And I said, wow, this is it. So immediately, I was one of those early adopters. I got in, I was telling people at the TV station about it. They're all like, oh, we live stream on our website. There's no big thing. Now, Dr. Finch, every television station just about in the country is trying to Facebook Live. I mean, think about it. Your news is on TV, but it's also on Facebook Live, right?
Oh, yes. Yes.
So I became one of those early adopters. And what I saw was this opportunity like no other. I mean, we have social media. We have our Facebook page where we can post something. That's great. But I saw an opportunity where we can connect with people in real time. This is what I saw. I saw what we have done for years in television news now be available to every single person who has a smartphone and understand the power of this connection. And I said, this right here is game changing, and it's not going anywhere, and it's not. And so from that, I decided that I'm going to take these skills that I've learned in television news and teach people how to gain camera confidence, how to understand how to create great content, and how to tell an authentic and compelling story.
See, that's it. You know, we need to start using our gifts to help others. That's the thing.
Yes.
We have to start using our gifts to help others. We weren't given these gifts for nothing. Okay? We weren't given these gifts for nothing. You know, we need to learn how to build these talents up and then enhance other people with them.
That's right.
And, you know, and that's exactly what you did. After you did the live stream thing, then you came out with the book.
Yeah.
You know, tell us about the book. Yes.
So I was challenged by a dear friend, my coach, Tawana, the LinkedIn professor, and she challenged me to write a book. And here's the thing, Dr. Finch. She tells me to write this book while I'm 8 months pregnant. I don't know if anybody who knows this, if you've ever had a baby. At 8 months, you're pretty much in the home stretch. You're uncomfortable. This kid's sitting on your bladder. You have lots of contractions, you know, the fake ones. And I told her, I said, well, you know, I'll do it after I have the baby. She said, no, let's do it now. And I sat there and I thought about, what is it the thing that people always ask me about? What's the thing that I'm always hearing about often? And one of the things that I hear often is people asking, you know, how do you do live video? How do you connect with your audience? How do you build a community? How do you do this? And I said, you know what? I'm going to write a book answering people's questions. And one person actually told me that it's like the textbook of live video. So I wrote a book called CEO of Live Video that you can find on Amazon. It became a bestseller in 24 hours. It won in the social media category. And it's basically teaching you, CEO is an acronym, connect, engage, offer. How to connect with your audience, how to engage with your audience, and then how to make an offer without feeling sleazy as a salesperson.
See, that's definitely needed. And that's one of the reasons why I invited you to be part of the Social Power Summit, because people need these nuggets. People need these tools. And, you know, a lot of people ask me, why should I live stream? Why should I do this? Why should I do that? Well, that book right there is why. Okay?
Yeah.
It's filled with why. And, and I want to ask you, you know, you have all these different things you could be doing and all these different places you could be. Why did you choose to be part of the Social Power Summit?
You know, first of all, Dr. Finch, I love what you're doing. I love what you're creating with this movement and really putting together social media influencers in the same space. I love that. Also, I want people to understand that, you know, creating a show on Facebook Live, showing up, being who I am, telling my story, whether I'm talking about faith, whether I'm talking about business, or sharing a funny story like fireworks going off in my neighborhood the Monday, 2 days before 4th of July, waking up my baby, that with this platform, you really have the opportunity to create what you want. Seriously, you have an opportunity. If your local media station's not calling you, and listen, I can help you with that too, right? But if your local media station's not calling you, you have an opportunity to create your own media platform. Long as you are thinking about how to provide value and how to give people substantive content. And so I wanted to connect with what you're doing because I want an opportunity to get this message out to people that this is a great platform for you to really amplify your voice and monetize your story. and you have a dynamic lineup, and I'm honored to be in the room.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I mean, I was just like, there's no other that I would want, you know, to do this. And the fact that you have been 20 years in the media game, you can tell them about that. The fact that you know about presence, how to say certain things, how to ask certain questions to get the information that you need. You know all of that. And how to put out there that pitch and that thing that is going to make you stand out. But, you know, let's talk about, now, I know you're familiar with Facebook Watch, right?
Yes.
So now, tell us, what do you think about that platform? Is that something that you're pursuing, or is that something that that anybody should pursue?
I love Facebook Watch. I do. I watch it seriously like it's TV. The reason why I like Facebook Watch, because it gives the regular Joe Schmo an opportunity to create stellar content. It gives you an opportunity. I did an interview last night with a friend of mine, Andrew Coleman, who is does a lot on YouTube. And one of the things, the nuggets that he shared with us last night, he said that YouTube, what's popular on YouTube is serial video. So it's video that is a series. You know, you do a part 1, people come back next week and watch the part 2, et cetera, et cetera. And isn't that really how we watch TV? You know, you watch TV in a series, right? And so when you look at Facebook Watch, what I think is so powerful about it is it's really people telling their stories in such a way that connects to an audience who wants to come back next week and watch and see what you're doing. Seriously. And so, you know, think about it. Perfect example. We have Red Table Talk by Jada Pinkett Smith. I love the fact that Jada did not take this show to network. Now, she's done that before. She was the executive producer, her and her husband, of Queen Latifah's talk show for many years. She's been on TV. Her husband's been on TV. But here's the thing. So you guys got to pay attention to the shift. She didn't go to national. You know, she didn't go to CBS. She didn't go to a production TV station to put it on, you know, national network television. She went to the palm of your hand. And that show, Red Table Talk, is successful because it's 3 generations, her mom, and a daughter, and sometimes some other special guests, sharing what? Their stories. And that's what people are watching. All they're doing is sitting around a red table having a discussion. So let me go ahead and say to all the naysayers who are like, oh, I don't have a bedazzled backdrop, and I don't have this, and I don't have that. They're sitting at a red table having a discussion, like girlfriend talk. Okay? So if you can just come up with maybe a clear background, but you have stellar content, that's what people want. They don't want perfection necessarily. They want your progress. They want your content. So I hope that answers your question.
Oh, of course. Yes. So, I mean, you said one thing that was, I mean, just powerful. You need to pay attention to the shift.
Yes.
People are not paying attention. They're just going on doing whatever willy-nilly. No, if you see a shift, if you see a paradigm, y'all need to jump on it, because that's usually the next thing that's going to happen. And
you got to pivot.
Yes. Pay attention, because social media will tell you the next route, and they will foreshadow. It foreshadows. Yeah. Prime example. I remember 3 months before, Ryan Bell got on there and said, well, you know, Blab is getting ready to go out of Blab's gonna go out of business, and you know, and everybody and their mama saw that live stream, and they kept on blabbing, and then one day. They couldn't find their videos anymore. You know, so it was foreshadowed, it was told, but did anybody? But did we pay attention? Okay, I did, because I had all my videos sitting over there in the shelf saved. Okay, before they even released them. But you know, that's the thing. One day you don't have your stuff anymore. Come on. You know, they didn't even do what Catch did. Catch at least let you get to save them. You didn't get, if you hadn't saved your stuff, you didn't have it.
You lost out on content.
Come on.
And that's the thing when we have to pay attention to the shift of social media, and I'll tell you what's next. Listen, in the next 10 years, probably less than that, Facebook wants to make this whole platform, you ready for this? Video driven. Video driven. So
Yes.
for people who are saying, oh, this is just a passing fad, oh, I'm not into, Facebook Live, I don't see the advantage of doing it. Well, I'll say this, Dr. Finch. I'm sure years ago, some people said the same thing about TV.
Okay.
Wait a minute. There's a tube, there's a box we're going to watch, and people can put their images and pictures on it. People said the same thing about TV, but how many when television was invented, it changed the game. It changed how we connected, and you ready for this? It changed how we received information. And if you're trying to do marketing, if you're trying to do your media the same old, you're going to miss what is happening because you're still using an old paradigm.
And I think, I think the mic just got dropped on that one. So we're just we're gonna put it there. So,
Yes.
Rosho, please tell the people where they can find you.
Awesome. So I'm across all social media platforms as the Rosho Live. That's TheRosholive. The Rosho Live.
Okay, so y'all know that y'all need to be at the Social Power Summit to hear this woman throw down the nuggets. Y'all are going to have to be there. And that's socialpowersummit.com. You can get your rooms there. You can get your tickets there. We're even going to have headshots there. So if you don't have professional headshots, there's no more excuse. We'll have the makeup artist there. So there's no more excuse. So, we're going to take good care of it. I mean, and there's so many surprises. We're even having my birthday party there. So after the learning, we're going to have some fun. Yes. So
love it.
I know we're getting ready to have a great time. And then, of course, the keynote is having her event. She's going to have a little soiree on the 13th. So if you get there early, you get to hang out with the keynote, and all the speakers are invited as well. And awesome. then, we do the birthday party on Friday, and then we close it out on Saturday. And then if you stay on Sunday, you might actually even see a screening of Will You Marry Me? So, we got a whole lot of different things happening. This is not awesome. Just you sit in the seats and get talked to. No, we're going to give you networking time. You're going to build. That's the important thing. We're going to build. So I want to thank you so much, Roshanda, for being a part of the Social Power Summit, for giving me 30 minutes out of your life. I appreciate you so much, and I look forward to having you. I do believe you're on the 14th, but I hope that you're there the 14th and 15th because we have networking opportunities, and of course we have some surprises for the speakers that I haven't revealed yet. So.
Awesome. Well, Dr. Finch, I am honored to be a part of what you're doing. And thank you so much for sharing your platform with me. And thank you to everyone who's watching live and those watching in the replay. Thank you so much. Make sure you do yourself a favor. Purchase your ticket and then hit the share button and let people know why you think they should watch tonight's broadcast.
Yes, please do. So with that being said, thank you so much. And until next time, check out Rosho and definitely get your ticket for the Social Power Summit. Good night, everyone.
Good night.